At the top of the stairs, it's deathly quiet. The Blacklake bard creeps up to the door, claiming she heard something behind it, and the spider seems to agree. It's up to her fearless familiar to sniff out the boy. Alright, sure enough, here is Urth. As a werewolf. Alright, I was just going to back up so the spider can get in there. Alright, missile storm. What happened?
All right, crew. Let's take them down.
All right, missile storm. Not sure, Sharwyn didn't look like she was doing anything. Little Red seems surprised, but her mistress has already explained it. She won't bargain with the beast. If they won't shift back, they simply can't be trusted. Lilly pries Urth's adventuring ring from his now lifeless and human finger, not so different from a tattooed ear. And clearly, slain lycanthropes revert to their humanoid form. There'll be no matching 5-volume set after all. Oddly enough, however, separated body parts of a slain lycanthrope retain their animal form. Someone like Urth, who's recently contracted lycanthropy, can't voluntarily control his shape. At moonrise each night of the full moon or after suffering severe injuries, lycanthropes must resist changing shape, and unless they can voluntarily will themselves to revert back to humanoid form, won't do so automatically until the next dawn. Natural lycanthropes, those born with the condition as differentiated from afflicted ones, can simply shape change at will. 7 coin barely covers the belladonna leaf used in his apprehension. Sir Karathis Ironheart the werewolf hunter. Ludicrous. He likely failed because he let mercy creep into his heart. He probably tried to cure the Black Wolf himself. Inquisitor General Black announces that the threat is over. It was not their boy upstairs. It was a beast, an enemy, a Port Llast of the Lord's Alliance.
Hello.
If you want to blather at me, you best do it from outside where I can't hear you. Besides, like most farmers, they probably have too many children already. There's probably a dozen just hiding in the barn. That damnable dog. Good riddance. She hadn't thought of it at the time, but the Inquisitor General missed an important and early clue. The Eisenfeldts must have put all their silverware away. Unless, of course, they simply never owned any. No matter. The sun has finally come up. She calls to Little Red, saying that they should climb the hill and see the sea, without all those sailors around from the docks. It brings a tiny smile to Lily's lips. Her and Little Red in the country, alone. Alright, this sign explains that the monument was built to commemorate the founding of Port Llast. The eternally glowing lights serve to welcome visitors to the town. Port Llast was founded in the year of the Defiant Stone, over 1,000 years ago, by Grath Urlkar, a Northman raider and explorer. Then, it was originally known as Grath's Hold. It held great importance to humans, as the northernmost point of human access to the riches of the north, in a time when orcs and Durgar held the land's north, where cities like Luskan lie, at the time known as Ilisk. Hence the name, Last Port.
Fair enough.
It was home to some 14,000 miners and explorers eager to exploit the north.
Done and done.
But then, in the year of the Black Boats, less than 50 years after its founding, the city was sacked by orcs of the Severed Hand, and much of the population was either destroyed or forced to flee south to Eigersstor. That's modern-day Neverwinter. The village has never recovered. The shattered remnants of the perimeter can still be seen circling the town to the east, though much of the stone ruins have been used to repair local homes, or have actually been taken away and sold. Many of the lands once cleared for the port have become gardens and cemeteries, or else they've been reclaimed by the forest. And so, today, Port Llast is simply known as a small, sleepy coastal town with skilled stonecutters and a decent place for harborage. The stonecutters work at quarries on the coastal headlands just south of the village, while the harbor is home to a 12-boat fishing fleet, though 2 of the ships are in very poor repair. The beach and inlet empty into a small bay, the bay itself sheltered by a high rocky spit. The old dwarf is still on his knees and praying.
Hail to ye!
It's a miracle of luck you've returned to us. After losing brave Sir Carathis to the Black Wolf, we can't help but be overly concerned with your welfare. Alright, well, she has the one Urth's ring, although he's probably not going to be pleased to hear that he met his end. Alright, showing Neurik Urth's ring. I see. The curse has taken the life of the young lad, has it? Sad, though the loss might be. You've done what was asked of you. It cannot be faulted. Alright, saying they're grateful. Alright, giving her a reward. Those children, the town prays for them. We all do. I hope you'll be their savior. May Tyr be at your side. 150 gold for the boy's ring. Not bad at all. It at least pays for all the anti-lycanthropic acquisitions made to date by the office. The incantatrix informs her irresistible intonatrix that she best find something to occupy her time, as her mistress is finally prepared to purchase some new scrolls from the Many-Starred Cloak Mages Guild, and it may take a while. Little Red doesn't seem to mind. She's simply enjoying the fresh air, humming something sweetly. Lily can only hope a gesture behind her back and incantations whispered under her breath will grant her an edge in the bargaining. It appears Eltoora is well guarded from such tricks.
Well, hello. Have you exciting news for me, or is this just a routine visit? Either way, I'm pleased to see you again.
Alright, Lily. Asking to trade with Eltoora. Or of course, this time she has a reagent. And she has a few fenberries. Yes, this will do quite well. Come, let us take a look at what we have to offer you then, shall we? They would likely be disguised and could be anywhere. Even more pairs of red leather boots, the ones blessed by priests of Chanticleer, though these were likely brought up from Neverwinter by Eltoora herself. The guild also offers robes of electrical and cold resistance, but they appear mannish, for lack of a better word. Not proper robes at all. Why, they're supposed to be robes of resistance, not pants of prevention. Otherwise, she would have bought them. Both. And makes her disappointment clear to Eltoora. If they were Port Llast, she'd have considered it. The guild offers a golden circlet. One often hears superstitious tavern talk, claiming that if one eats an intellect devour without a golden circlet, they'll become a mind flayer, and they'll refer to stories of when the drow first retreated underground as proof. The guild also carries 2 rods, one of beguiling, which would be awfully useful for trading sessions such as the one being conducted now, and one of terror, but they're both quite expensive, considering they're only imbued with a limited number of charges. Lily's glad to hear, however, that her Neverwinter Zoo Ooutside spellbook is ready, and begins to browse Eltoora's many scrolls. While Lily's picking out spells, I just wanted to talk about the incantation she utters when casting spells. Since Baldur's Gate, it's always dependent on what school of magic the spell was from. In that first game, it was apparently nonsensical phrasings. In the sequel, however, it was Latin words, but now in Neverwinter Nights it's nonsensical again, and not every school is accounted for. I just thought it might be interesting to hear them and how some have interpreted the Latin. Note that much of this is gleaned from the internet, so I can take neither credit nor blame as to their accuracy. Abjuration. Abjurations are protective spells. They create physical or magical barriers, negate magical or physical abilities, harm trespassers, or even banish the subject to another plane of existence. Representative spells include protection from evil, dispel magic, and anti-magic field.
Aqua in Manus potentes par.
The Latin force, powerful, prepare could be interpreted as I prepare a powerful force. Conjuration. Conjurations bring manifestations of objects, creatures, or some form of energy to the caster, including summoning, calling, healing, or creation effects. Representative spells include the various summon monster spells, cure light wounds, and the power word spells. The Latin create, summon forth could be interpreted as I create and summon forth. Divination. Divination spells enable the caster to learn secrets long forgotten, to predict the future, to find hidden things, and to foil deceptive spells. Representative spells include Identify, Detect Thoughts, and True Seeing. The Latin Understand, Learn, Mind could be interpreted as I know with my mind. Enchantment. Enchantment spells affect the minds of others, influencing or controlling their behavior. Representative spells include Charm Person, Suggestion, and Domination.
Cupio Virtus Licet.
The Latin Wish, Excellence, Grant could be interpreted as I desire excellence.
Young Tetrak Glash Gorak Vu Moke.
Evocation. Evocation spells manipulate energy or tap an unseen source of power to produce a desired end. In effect, they create something out of nothing. Representative spells include Magic Missile, Fireball, and Lightning Bolt. The Latin Uncertain Beauty command could be interpreted as I command uncertain beauty.
Solayno Salatka. Tano fuldigyama.
Illusion. Illusion spells deceive the senses or minds of others. They cause people to see things that aren't there, or not see things that are there, or hear phantom noises, or remember things that never even happened, including figments, glamours, patterns, phantasms, and shadows. Representative spells include Silent Image, Invisibility, and Veil.
Veritas. Credo. Oculos.
The Latin truth, belief, sight could be interpreted as seeing is believing, though it doesn't mean it's true.
Kelkofim Safim. Jagal Eska.
The Lady of Murder is nearly broke. Again. She has less than 100 coin left and doesn't dare say a word about it to Little Red. Necromancy. Necromancy spells manipulate the power of death. Spells invoking undead creatures make up a large part of the school. Representative spells include Cause Fear, Animate Dead, and Finger of Death.
Vita Mortis Cario.
The Latin life, death, without could be interpreted as without life and death, as the spells deprive life and control on death. And finally, transmutation. Transmutation spells change the properties of some creature, thing, or condition. Representative spells include enlarge, polymorph other, and shape change. The Latin protect other forth could be interpreted as I bring this forth to protect, which, to be honest, sounds like a stand-in for Conjuration to me. Lily is exhausted. She has scribed no less than 11 spells into her new Ooutside spellbook, and is beginning to confuse her facios with her fordigimas, and finally loses herself in the sweet song of her dulcissimus amata. It's already quite late in the day, and the Office of Academic Affairs is on its last bit of coin. Inquisitor General Black needs to pursue something lucrative, and quickly. She weighs escapee ears against beastly bands in her mind, until suddenly she remembered what the rusty raconteur had said. The winner gets rich. Lily'll do whatever it takes to win that contest.